after music icon Ida Vandross passed away in 2005, his beloved mother, Mary Ida Vandross, was gracious and brave enough to speak out. She allowed the public into the last moments of their heartbreaking lows and highs during her son Luther's, whom she affectionately nicknamed Ronnie, last days. Mrs. Ida lost all 4 of her children, with Luther being the last one. Her husband, Luther Sr., died when Luther Jr. was 8 years old, causing Mary to raise their 4 children on her own. In prior interviews with People magazine and Entertainment Weekly, Mary Ida thoroughly detailed what her last child, Luther, did from the moment he suffered the stroke that sparked his 2-year health decline to his last words to her shortly before his final breath. Mary Ida said, "I feel sincerely that God had some connections with my son. The winter before he had the stroke, I noticed that he was putting things in order. Too much in order. Now that's powerful. It's like she sensed something was coming, and she wasn't wrong." Not long after, Luther suffered that devastating stroke in 2003. She also shared a touching story about Luther calling her one day. He said, "Mama, I don't like you being up here by yourself. I want you to think about moving to Philadelphia." This was more than just a casual suggestion. It felt like a son looking out for his mom, maybe even knowing deep down that something was off. Now, family, this is where the story gets even more emotional. Mary reflected on that call saying, "I just feel like he was telling me something." And she was right. She made that move to be closer to him, and shortly after, Luther suffered that life-altering stroke. You see, Luther struggled with diabetes and hypertension, but Mary believed that his weight fluctuations were a huge part of the problem. She said, "I knew how hard he was struggling not to gain the weight, and yet he would eat uncontrollably." It's tough, y'all. Many of us know that struggle of trying to stay healthy while battling our own habits. But what really got to me is what happened toward the end. Mary recalled visiting Luther every Sunday during his recovery. She said, "The Sunday before he passed, I had a premonition that I was losing him. That was the saddest moment of my life." As a mother, that's unimaginable. She was already dealing with the pain of losing her other children, and now she felt Luther slipping away too. One of the last things she did was ask Luther to get up and have dinner with her. They shared one of his favorite meals, watermelon and cornbread. She said, "I asked him, 'Do you know I love you so much?' And he said, 'Yes.' But when she asked him to do her a favor and get well, he didn't answer." That right there, it hits you, doesn't it? In her final moments with him, Mary tried to lift Luther's spirits by singing to him, a song she hadn't sung to him since he was a kid. "You'll never know just how much I love you. You'll never know just how much I care." Luther, always with his sense of humor, responded with, "It was okay," making her laugh even in the hardest of times. But Mary knew. She said she had a feeling that was the end, and it was. On July 1st, 2005, she lost her last child. As she said, "Oh Lord, my last child, help me to understand." Her words are a reminder of just how fragile life can be. This is why we honor our legends and also the mothers, the families who supported them behind the scenes. Mary Ida Vandross was more than just Luther's mom. She was his biggest supporter, and her love for him was endless. Now, if this story touched you the way it touched me, go ahead and hit that like button, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe and tap that notification bell so you never miss a story from I Love Old School Music. Until next time, take care of your loved ones, y'all. Peace.